Hey, family. Hey, family. I'm just waiting for a few people to come on. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for a few people to come on. And I got to look at the time. Good morning. I'm going to just say good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is what I do every day. Uh, I have to get up. Once I'm up, God bless me with a new day. I'll start checking my messages. I'll start going through my social media pages, uh, responding back to messages, or deleting. Once I read your notifications, stuff like that. When you send me stuff, I'll start deleting it after I read it. Things like that. Um, I have to go through my, uh, I guess say social media pages, but that too. I I I go through my stuff because of the notifications. Some stuff I respond back to, some stuff I might not have an answer for you right then and there. So I can't really respond back to certain things like that. But it's just to let people know uh, I received your message and thank you. Mainly of somebody calling, reaching out to me about the housing program. And right now, uh, I know, well, it's not much I can do as far as bringing people in, but I'm trying to watch it to a degree too, because every time for me, um, I be thinking I have some people that really have the best interests of our homeless now. Because a lot of y'all act like y'all don't know what I do. Uh, and I want to make this real clear to a lot of y'all. I do not have to do what I do. Okay. I do not have to, as far as working with our homeless population, wanting the best for them. You know, I already know a lot of the trauma that a lot of our homeless and less fortunate people dealing with. You know, mainly if I'm gonna say your children, your sons, your daughters, and maybe I need to stick to your daughters, right? Your daughters with children, because basically I house women, women with children. So I want to make this statement to a lot of y'all. They are not my daughters. My daughters are doing very, very well. My nieces are doing very, very well. And the reason why I say my nieces, because I raised like my nieces, a couple of my nieces as my own. I raised my little cousin like my own as well, because I have done foster care. I did kinship foster care. So I took care of them because I didn't want to see them in like foster care or with people they didn't know. But I'm gonna tell y'all, a lot of times I have to continue encouraging and motivating and empowering my own self, because y'all have a tendency of saying a lot of negative stuff about me. A lot. And I'm not talking about the white man. Let me make this clear. I'm talking about my own black brothers and sisters. I'm talking about my community. I raised my nieces and nephews. I'm talking about close family members. I raised my children. I've done foster care. I done mentoring. I held down a prison commitment on Fridays, where I used to go in every Friday night around 7 o'clock for almost 10 years, only to encourage and empower our brothers about coming home, doing the right things. And for some reason, my own black people, no matter what I say out my mouth, y'all find me out to be this sorry, no excuse of a man. I look, I know y'all know, just like I know. I know people that robs from our homeless people, take from our homeless people to fatten up, mainly the poor people. to fatten up their own pockets. And I know y'all know what they're doing, but guess what? Y'all will give them the utmost praise. You will give them the utmost praise for robbing and stealing and taking from our most vulnerable people. This is what I have to make clear with a lot of y'all too. Even though I work with our homeless and less fortunate individuals and families, my housing program is independent. So understand the difference. I do not take their SNAP card. I do not take their, what, like they get SSI or SSDI. I do not take their funding. I do not. The goal is, when you come into my housing program, is to help you to be responsible with those things and more productive. You know, you got to manage your stuff. If you like living, well, staying in the shelter or you staying in the streets, the goal is to help you where you can get into your own place, help you to become more independent. And some of y'all that's on SSI or SSDI or TCA, you SSI and SSDI, right? I really don't look for y'all to want like a permanent job. You get me? You can work part-time to bring in extra funding. I already know that. But the sad part, Social Security and all of them might cut your money back when you only trying to have extra money. You get me? So I'm trying to work with people to help them, mainly our poor people, to help them to become more financially stable. That's what I do, but y'all will find a way to say out your, oh, he fake, oh, he phony, oh, he's a scammer, oh, he... That's why I tell y'all, I say, watch my actions. It's not as much as what I say out my mouth, watch what I do. And y'all will watch everything I do and still find a way to call me a piece of shit. Still find a way. And you know what I do, y'all, no matter what? That shit hurt, I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes it hurt. Cause I can just tell. I can just tell. And what hurts me the most is like my church members, my family. It's like y'all just leave me hanging by myself. And when y'all see me like in church, praise the Lord, brother, and I look at you like you dumb as shit. I'm like, yeah, okay. Cause now you want to be this Holy Ghost filled, fire baptized. I will look at you, and I try not to judge you. But when I look at the work of Jesus Christ, did I say something wrong just now? When I look at how Jesus called the apostles, right? They did not know Jesus Christ. They didn't know him on a personal note, but they trust him enough to walk with him because they believed in his mission, his purpose. Now, guess what I'm doing? I'm sharing scripture with you. I'm not preaching it. I'm sharing it with you, but I'm sharing it from a personal level of experience from what I get. Jesus came into this world, right, to encourage and motivate the lost generation, his lost generation. If you living right and you doing all the right things in life, and the way I put it don't mean to exclude you. Please don't, right? He came to the ones that needed his help the most. Some of us don't need that special guidance. Let me put that way. And I admire that with a lot of y'all because y'all are living, I'm going to say, productive, moral. You live in a very, very, very responsible, productive life. So I'm not saying you're not included. Don't get it wrong. But when I say certain things in that sense, I want you to understand when you living right and you doing all the necessary stuff, and I'm gonna say your spirit is up because I'm gonna use that too because I don't want to exclude the spiritual side of us, right? But when you live a good quality moral life, Christ is not talking about you because you're doing all the right things. And it's not to say you don't need that spiritual uplifting and beliefs and stuff like that. So I don't want to push that out. That's not what I'm saying, okay? But I'm trying to separate y'all with good morals, value, principles, qualities in life. Where you basically, I want to say, doing all the right things where it's like you don't have to seek And you know why I'm getting ready to go with that? Because it popped in my head while I was saying this. You don't have to seek state and government assistance because you're standing firm on your own. So you don't need, outside resources and help in that sense. See, some of y'all know when it comes to say, like, because I just thought about my sons and my daughters, right? My son and daughters, they went to college and everything, right? Some people know where that money is at to end up, getting that assistance and helping them with their children, their college bound children, or to help pay for their, tuition and everything. Some people know that. But guess what? Y'all know programs out there, programs that's free, and programs that assist you with some of it, put you on a budget or pay most of it. How you know where I'm trying to go. But you know where I'm going into? Y'all will not share that with the next person. You know where this stuff at, where you can help the next person. And sometimes you don't want to give them that information because it's all about you and where you at, your circumstances. Well, see, Steve Copeland is a little bit different because if I find a way that we can get money to support, I'm going to say most of the cause of what I'm doing, and I know you coming in that same direction, I'm going to bring you aboard because it's not about that individual. It's their purpose. And I know if your heart and your mind is for helping other people and you struggling to help them the way financially you really would love to, yes, I'm going to tell you what programs that where we might can go and get this money. But first, I got to make sure I'm down packed with them. And then once I know I'm legit, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to encourage whoever that works with me to work with you. A lot of us as blacks, we will not do that to each other. And then for each other, I meant. But then you'll turn around and say, oh, the white man. And we are some of our worst own enemies. And the reason why I say that, because a lot of things that happen, and I look around like, this ain't no damn white man holding me back. Ain't no white man. I mean, some people will interfere with certain things just to prosper, But guess what? A lot of it comes to make you stronger. It might hinder you for a moment. But if you're a powerful, strong person, you're going to work around it. You're going to go around it. That's why they call obstacles. But the thing with me, and y'all know, I know a lot of y'all. I'm born and raised in Baltimore City. I know a lot of people. Rather it's NA, rather it's the church, rather it's nonprofits, rather it's our politicians, Democrats or Republicans, because I tend to come a certain way that's probably not fake and phony to a lot of y'all. And I have to put it like that because for some reason, we tend to get attracted more to people's lies and manipulations and their game plan and their scam and shit. And we'll see what they're doing. We'll see firsthand what they're doing. But it's like, oh, but they are great people. That's why I try not to knock people for where they at. But I just try to stay focused on what God called me to do. And why I'm saying all of this right here, right? Now I'm going to go back to Jesus Christ popped in my head. He came here. God in the fleshly form came amongst his people. Walked this earth. He came to the sick, to the poor. A lot of us, I think, forgot our purpose. Forgot the reason why we was called. We're not going back out into the community to win souls towards the body of Christ. And I'm going to just say this from what I see, where I'm at. A lot of saved people, Holy Ghost filled, fire baptized people. Rather than them going back out into the community, embracing the community, y'all are in the church where people came to give their life to Christ. And what I'm trying to go to right now, save people, trying to save people. That's why y'all don't go out into the community. Because it's becoming a community within itself where outside stuff don't matter to the church no more. And I watch a lot of y'all. The same God that pulled you out of your struggles, and if you know the word of God, like I know the word of God biblically and stuff like that, and you are not going back to help your fellow man, you are not doing what he called you to do. And a lot of it, because me and Dave talked about it, a lot of saved people are afraid to go back out and help others. That's what me and Dave was talking about one day. Matter of fact, years ago. How so many saved people in church are afraid to go back out into the community where the lost generation of people is at.
I don't know how I can help you.
And Dave was giving this man function. And he said, Steve, I want you to come and talk with them. Because he said a lot of men that gave their life to Christ are afraid to go back out and embrace and encourage others. Did you hear the words I just said? To embrace and encourage others. Sometimes people need to see you. You don't have to sit up there and the Lord said and the blah, blah, blah. Because now, keep in mind, family, please keep in mind, when you are a religious person and you're Bible oriented, a lot of times people that's not into that, say, type of lifestyle that you're in, that they can't understand that language. Now, if you're talking to somebody like me and you want to quote scripture, you want to talk about a story out the Bible, I can understand you because we have our own specific languages, if you get me. So I understand that as a Christian man, as a lover of Christ. So when we talk Bible, I understand where you're coming from because we speak the same language. When you hear me talking about a power greater than yourself or a higher power or just one day at a time or coming to believe, I'm saying the same things we would say out of Bible, but guess what? Now I'm talking NA. I'm talking about believing in yourself. Right, because the goal within A is to encourage and motivate you and guide you towards that power, that higher power. Sometimes that higher power for some is called Jesus. So you have to know how to fish. See, a lot of y'all want to throw things right at people and people don't speak your language. You learn. So I'm just saying that because I'm understanding too, and I'm gonna go back to this. I didn't know, y'all. I didn't know. I'm thinking everybody that reads and study the Bible and stuff like that, right? That they have, well, they understand the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, or believe in it. I didn't know a lot of people that preach and teach and all of that don't believe in the Trinity. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know I didn't realize because you speak in tongues and you this and that, doesn't mean you have a relationship with the Holy Spirit. I didn't know a lot of that. I'm learning a lot of it now as I begin to walk in my walk. Now, my relationship early on, when I first came to Christ, it was all about the religion. I was in the Baptist church. So for 5 years, I'm reading and I'm studying. I'm being taught religiously. But now, through the Baptist faith, right? I heard some stuff some years later that helped me understand. Matter of fact, I moved away from the church. I walked away from the church, from the Baptist church. I was without a church home for like 3 years. And I remember feeling that emptiness. And I wanted to basically, when I say emptiness, listen to what I said. I didn't say the emptiness because of Matthews, Mark, Luke, John, David. I didn't say the emptiness because of Moses, because of Hezekiah, because of Jeremiah, because of David. I didn't, that wasn't the emptiness I was talking about. I was talking about that spiritual connection. I was looking for that spiritual connection. And what had me going spiritually, I wasn't feeling it no more. Religiously, I'm there. But as what was taught, scripture-wise and stuff like that, right? So I just want to share this with you too. If you're an Israelite, if whatever religion you study or what you believe in, everybody don't speak your language. So we can't, like, if you talking to me and you might go Yahweh, or you might use another name to describe Jesus Christ, and it's not being smart, but I know he's called by many names, I will back up off him. Because if you denounce the name Jesus Christ, I'm going to back up off you. Because that's not what I believe. When you want to give him another name, Yahweh, Jehovah Jireh. Now, all that's fine because we know what it means. It's God. But when you do it because of your particular religion, that's all I'm saying. If you the type that get on the floor and turn north, west, south, all that, no. But this is what I do. You see the way I'm talking with y'all? This is how I communicate with God. It's called prayer. That's because of the relationship. So I talk with God, right? Hey, Lord, what do you want me to do today? Sometimes what I'll do, the creator, that's dad. Oh my God, did he say that? Yes, he did. Let me do it again. The creator, the word. So if you don't understand, I'm gonna make this plain and simple for some. In the beginning was the word, right? And I'm not gonna quote that one. Let me back it up. The Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit of the Lord hovered through the universe. The Spirit of the Lord, so basically it was talking about the light, right? The Spirit of the Lord. And it was words that came out of that spirit, right? Now, if I'm wrong, I'll go to scripture for you. Because if you read in the Old Testament and you read in Genesis, this is what it says. It might have a different name for it, but it's still talking about the spirit. It might say light. It might say vision, but it's still talking about the spirit. Rather, we might see it in a certain, different way, different light. And that's fine. But the Spirit of the Lord hovered through the universe. It was words that came out of that spirit or that light. Right? Now, guess what? The world or the earth was already in existence. But if we don't break certain things down, we'll make people think that the only time planet Earth existed when God created Adam and Eve. No. I believed it early on because that's the way I was taught. But then when you go back to say like millions of years, the dinosaurs, the Neanderthals, it wasn't here before Adam and Eve. So you don't want to keep people in the box. Then when you have like Neanderthals, which look like human beings, and my head is shaped like one. From what they showed pictures of. That's how my head is shaped. I don't have that point in the back here. I don't have all that. It's shaped like an ape. I already know that. I already know it. I'm talking about my head and stuff. So when I look at pictures of the Neanderthal, when I look at pictures of the ape or the gorilla and stuff like that, I'll be like, yup, that's me. Because I'm looking at where I was direct from. You get me? I can accept that fact. I look, damn, that look just like me. Like when I look at some of the gorillas that they fixing now, that people doing A&I with, looking like human beings, I'm like, man, hey, bro. And I know some of y'all over there, not me. But look, before I get too lost with that, right? I understand that the world, before I was created and put on this earth, right? So I won't get lost on y'all. I don't want to lose nobody. So when I go back to the words that came out of this spirit, now I did not understand this at first. And some of y'all that preach and teach won't even help people understand it themselves. What the word did, the earth was already formed, but it was water hovering over the earth. I didn't know that. So basically, what God did, and I didn't look it up to do the research of why the world or the earth was covered in water, right? And what God did through his word, he called everything back into the light. It was already there. Now, mind y'all, if you don't break certain things down to people scripture-wise, they won't know. So it took years later in my Christian walk. And I was like, oh my God. It was already there. And I'm going to tell you, one day I am going to look up to see what happened for it to be, why the earth or the world was flooded. But it was already there. He just called what was in the dark back to the light because it was covered. And I'm telling you, I'm reading and I'm studying all of something. Something said, bing. I said, oh my God. I'm telling you, me, Pastor. I'm telling you, me, Bishop. I'm telling you about me, Elder. You know, Minister. Now, I don't want to critique. I don't want to add. I don't want to take away from what Bible is saying. But I started seeing something different. But I had to remind myself, Steve, do not take away and do not add from the truth. But whose truth is we talking about? Because number one, when you reading the 5 books of Moses, or when you reading, and it tells you, basically Moses is the author of these books. It did not say God, it said Moses. Then it goes on to tell you a little bit about Moses before God even called him to do what he did. So that's why for me, and I just want to say this to our religious people, if you are a rabbi or you studying what is it, Jewish, Catholic, stuff like that, whatever that martyr is, and I might say it wrong because I get the male and the woman part mixed up, right? But whoever that person is that God might have favored for your particular religion, and you put him over Jesus Christ, because there was a lot of martyrs out there. It was just a lot of them. But some of those only specialize as far as being an example for their particular race of people. Well, y'all didn't know that, did you? Know why I'm saying that? Because of Gandhi. Because of Gandhi. Because of people like Gandhi. It was a conversation that was brought up about that years and years ago, right? Early on in my walk. It was Gandhi who represented his culture. Then I'm going to tell y'all who's popping in my head now. And he's gone. Come on now. Come on. And y'all know he had got arrested. He's from Africa. And I'm trying to look at his name. And I'm going to say this too, because my mind is coming back into the here and the now, right? When you look at Malcolm X and you look at what Malcolm X represented and the people that he stood for. So if you're a Muslim, you better understand Malcolm X and Malcolm X's purpose than what I do. You know, when you look at Farrakhan, you are a Muslim or Israelite or Shindu. You know, I'm just trying to name some stuff. If you study a particular religion and that's where you at, and you understand that martyr or that person that God used like a representative for us, and at least teaching us how to live a more productive way of life, right? If and which is basically a role model for a lot of us. That's all it is. You get me? And if you study that particular religion, understand everybody is not there with that religion. But what you can do, and I love it, and I'm telling you personally, me. Tell me how your particular religion, like when you live the life of being a crutball, a no good son of a sea biscuit, stuff like that, right? Well, when I say son of a sea biscuit, I'm trying to watch the words for saying son of a bee. You know what I mean? Because I was real good, you motherfucker blue, you know, so I try to maneuver words. So I'm only saying that because whatever religion you study, because I know we all aren't the same when it comes to certain things. I want you to share with me how that helped you to this day to become a better human being. I'm saying you. I don't need you to tell me about your uncle, your aunt, your cousins. I want to know how it benefits you, how your religion that you read and you study and you emulate has taught you how to become a better human being for this life that we're living today. A lot of y'all can't do it because you're so busy looking outwards when it comes to your particular religion, not realizing when you're reading something, it's between you and whatever you're studying or reading to get to know better of. I can do it if I want. I can take that and I can push that on everybody. But the reason why I don't do it because my connection from the Creator, I got very, very good knowledge of Bible. Very. I thought I was going to become a Muslim because of the knowledge. But then something happened, boom. And through my journey, where God introduced me to who he became in the flesh. Did you hear what I just said? Man ain't show me that. It was a turnabout. So now I'm reading, I'm talking about the spoken word that they wrote about, they talked about. Now God is showing me, Steve, these are the things that they were sharing that they said not was, but they shared with y'all about their experiences in meeting me. Now it's your turn, Steve. Huh? No, look. It's your turn. So now guess what I just did? I just told you about the Father or the Creator. Now guess what I'm doing? I'm telling you about how he introduced me to who he became in the flesh. And know what you would do? Because you have not experienced what I'm just getting ready to say, you'll be like, no, he didn't either. That's to you. Because you're right. No, he didn't. To you. So check it out. Now, I realize my relationship or my knowledge, biblical knowledge. Now he's starting to have that. He trusted me enough through my trials and through my tribulations to say, hey, now I want you to know who I became in the flesh. And that's when the book of John began to open up more for me. Because it's not just the knowledge, man, it's personal. So my journey is spiritual. It became spiritual because I wanted to get to know more about the Father. I know what I know about the Bible. So now my relationship, I wanted to know more about the Bible. A lot of us have a tendency, what we're doing, we will quote everybody else's story. And then you turn around and find out a lot of those stories that we read about was written after they passed away. You can't fool me now. I'm the type of person you just don't come any kind of way no more. So now my journey is spiritual. So because of the relationship I have with Christ, the Father, right? Now I ain't even saying the Holy Spirit yet. I ain't even saying the Holy Spirit. Okay? Because the thing is, I wanted to get to know Christ. So I'm reading and I'm studying about everybody else's story. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. I wanted to get to know the Father, the Son. Sometimes, y'all, what I do, I'll go back to the Creator, right? And I'll be like, okay, I know what the Word says. I know what the Creator says. Certain things with Scripture. I know what the Creator says. I know from what the people of the Bible shared with us. I know what He says. So sometimes I'll have to pray and ask God to show me the truth behind the Word, as far as let me see what He's really trying to say. So we talking about the Creator, and it's times where, for me, I know when I say Creator, I'm talking about the Father Himself. But then I want to know, what is actually Jesus saying? Now watch how I come down with that. Because I see what God is saying, the Creator. Then I want to know, too, what is Jesus actually saying? Because now, remember what I just said, the relationship is becoming personal now. So as I begin to grow more spiritually, y'all know I can't separate or move away from the religious side of stuff. That's there. That's that solid rock. That's planned. But now I want to know better how to be a better man when it comes to my little brother. Or my big brother. I'm sorry, I said little brother. When it comes to, because I look at Christ as like my big brother. I want to be an example like him, you know. But I realize for me, and I just want to say thank you, God, because this is not where I was trying to go when I came on. I want to emulate him to the best of my human abilities. One thing I realize, y'all, in this flesh, you can lie to yourself, you can tell yourself anything you want, that's fine. I had to stop lying to Steve Copeland. You can be perfect here. You don't make no mistakes, you don't do nothing wrong. I can tell you right now, that's a stressful life to be trying to live. That is really, really, really stressful. When you see somebody, right, say, and when I thought about that, I'm a man. Women, I find attractive. I don't find another man attractive. I find a woman attractive. I have to make sure the women that I find attractive is over 18. You get me? Because you got some men, because of your particular religion, you can mess with them 12, 13, 14 years old. You know what that is in society today. When you mess with somebody that young, you know what it is. But my religion said I can go ahead and do it. 9 times out of 10, what happened to you that you feel like you need to go and violate somebody that young? Who violated you? Tell that lie to yourself. Because somebody like me going to go there with you. Why do you feel the need to take advantage of somebody that young? Even though they look like a woman, they're not a woman, they are a child. Boys too, ladies. That's not to put you out, but you'll turn around and justify it according to your religion. A pervert is a pervert is a pervert. Try to clean it up. And you know you're wrong. So to go back to that, what I said, right? If I'm lusting, that don't mean if I find you beautiful, if I find you sexy, if I find you gorgeous, if I find you marvelous, that don't mean I have to have you. I can recognize the beauty for what it is. So is that causing me to sin? No, sin is actually a sin once you have done it. It's not a sin You can look at somebody, you can admire certain things, you can like certain things, but once you act out on it, you begin to act. Now you have sinned. Sin, I didn't understand. When you know the truth, and I want to bring it back a little bit more, because a lot of y'all understand the 10 commandments. You understand the 10 commandments, but you don't understand the 5 books of Moses, the laws that God laid down for our lives. Where it says you should not lay with your neighbor's wife or your neighbor's children or daughter, stuff like that. It tells you what to do and what not to do. The 5 books of Moses. Those are the same laws that our politicians or people of authority will use to enslave and oppress us in the here and now. It's been done throughout decades, years. But you know what most blindsided people will do? You'll just focus on the 10 commandments. Forget all about the 5 books of Moses. As far as how we need the structure on how to be that better human being that God is calling us to be. With flaws. So I hope, in a sense, I'm not losing anybody because of what I just said. But if you're not catching, if you're not getting what I'm saying is not for you. It's not. Now, check this out. And I am very proud of myself. A lot of the stuff that I used to do, and I'm talking about repenting. A lot of the stuff that I used to do just for today, I just don't do no more. Dog, do y'all know how good that feel? I don't have to struggle with certain things. And certain things that I might turn around and do today because I enjoy doing it. And God already knew I was going to practice certain things. But I try not to make the same mistakes. You get what I'm saying? Every day. So I didn't understand the point of repentance too. So certain things I can break down for people. Because yes, you might hear, you might get somebody who gets some clean time in a certain area. And years later, they start doing that same stuff again. And then here come your judger, right? Well, you never repented. You never this, you never that. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Because when we understand living life is a day at a time, tomorrow is not promised. So just for the day, I might not have stepped outside my marriage or stepped outside my relationship in 8 years. Just for the day. I accumulated that 8 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I accumulated that. It's not like I haven't had thoughts of stepping out. I just didn't do it. And I thank God because that's his strength and that's his power that I didn't make the decision to repeat a lot of the old stuff that I used to do. But some of us will make you think for the way we respond to certain things that you are a complete screw up. Don't do that to people. Because now you'll sit back and this is what you would do. Somebody might be struggling in one area that you don't have a problem with, but you're struggling over here in something else. But you'll take the eyes off of yourself and then you'll turn around and judge them for what they're struggling with that you don't even have a problem with. Not relating to the point, wow, I know how you feel. I know where you at because I'm going through this over here, blah, 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 blah. You won't do it. You won't do it. But you will criticize your next brother and sister. So what I try not to do that. Because it's a lot of the stuff, like I said, I used to do. I just don't do no more. And that's a beautiful feeling because some things I struggle with, like the drug addiction, stuff like that, I struggle with. And guess what? I can't beat people up because somebody, me and the guy was talking, and I'm finding out too, a lot of people that I came in this recovery process with, they might end up slipping up, going back out. Then I watch them walk up and get a keychain, and they just got a year, you know. I'm like, what? See, that's where my mind would take me at. But then it's like, ooh, I didn't know you went back out. And the point is, we're glad you back. It didn't take you out. God didn't allow it to take you down. And then you come back and your mind is, people gonna beat me up because I did this. People gonna beat me up because I did that. People gonna beat me up. No, you gotta be all right with you. And whatever decisions you make, you need to be all right. Because like I said, a lot of the stuff I used to do, I don't do no more. And I know people will try to turn me a new honey hole. And when you do, watch out who you coming for. Because then you'll turn around and get mad because I say I'm a deacon, but you want to come over here and call yourself, turn down, you know, beat me up and turn down my self-esteem. Mentally, emotionally abusing me. And then the moment I rise up to defend myself, I'm the evil, nasty person. Because you flipped your stuff. Because you couldn't control me the way you wanted to. Or you felt like, well, I'm going to go beat him down emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Now, you ain't say it out your mouth like that, but that's what you're doing.
It's all water under the bridge anyway, buddy.
That's what you're doing.
It's okay to acknowledge trauma.
That's not true.
Now, check this out in the process of me saying that.
Everyone's got troubles.
Yes, a lot of times when our people are doing something childish,
Never expressed any support.
and I start talking about certain things, the only thing I'm trying to get you to see, look at that behavior. Look at that childish behavior, mainly when you're an adult, when you are an adult and you have children yourself. But aside of you want to still act immature. And I might spot that in you. So as a older, wiser person, my thing is I'm going to challenge you. And the reason why I'm going to challenge you because I see that kid. And I'll pick with you. You better straighten your butt up, blah, 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 you know. And you might get offended, but that's what children do when we normally try to discipline them. And I'll pick with you. No, I love you. I want to see you do better. Nah, you mean, you nasty. No, I'm not. You know I'm not. Come here, give me a hug. And the reason why I said this, y'all, I'm saying this, because look at the population of people that I deal with. Most of them self-esteem is in the gutter. When you got a woman with 3 or 4 kids by 3 or 4 men, she's raising the kids by herself. He's working. He out there living his life, screwing whoever he want on his other end. They not together now. But he doing what he doing, but he forgot he got 2, 3 kids over here. They need love and affection too. They need some attention too. My thing is, if you're going to go have fun, go enjoy yourself, come and show up for your children.
Faith gives us the tools and the framework to answer these.
When my sons and my son and my daughters and them came along, I couldn't rip and run the way I used to. Now you got a family. You got to spend more time, quality time with them. And then when you got more than one, you spreading yourself around. So look at the women with the children. And then there's no man there to help them financially. And I told Tashawn not too long ago, I said, I'm going to go down to this building because we got somebody that's willing to work with us to house them. I don't want y'all to come over here with this bull crap. I do not. Listen to what I say. I see what's happening now. If you do not have the proper funding to take care or say like get your own place right now. And you have to rent a room until you're financially able and stable to do that. You gotta do it, but you gotta do the necessary work in order to improve your life. If you feel like, well, I'm gonna go here, and you got children, I'm gonna stay there 3 months, I'm gonna stay here 3 months. You don't have nothing nowhere stable for your children because you're bouncing from place to place to place to place. They are lost. It's like I can't get real comfortable because by the time I get comfortable here, my mother moving somewhere else. So those are the type of cycles when you come into my housing program that I want you to break. And for some of y'all, if you feel like the way I do certain things might be a little bit harsh, that's fine. Some people you gotta come like that with for them to take certain things serious. And then you can't figure out right why they acting the way they act. Well, send them to me. I'll tell you that. Because look, I'm not trying to be your friend. Not even my own children friend. One, I'm going to love all over you anyway. Because that's the type of person I am. But then for me, I have to back up off of you. Because when I see you getting to the point where you fighting me, you fighting yourself, but you bucking against me. So now I'm at a point where I got to make the decision, am I going to be willing to continue putting up with your bull jump, or am I going to let you go? And please say something, because a lot of them are y'all family members you don't even want in your own freaking house. And your grandbabies. So do you know how that feels to a person like me? And these are not my family members? And their own family rejecting them for whatever reason? But because you, the parent or the grandparents, can't tolerate their behaviors and stuff, right? And you get somebody like me that tried to help them to help restructure their lives for you, you'll turn around and make me out to be the monster. I get it all the time. I get it all the time. From my own freaking people. That's why I be picking with y'all and I say stuff like, because we do. It's y'all. Look, when I tell y'all things like this, right, I'm a community activist. My heart and my soul is for the community, for the people. When I say I'm a homeless advocate, my heart and my soul is for helping our homeless people, our less fortunate people. What is y'all hearing me say out my mouth? I'm a crooked, no good sucker. Send your people my way so I can sit back and rob and steal and take from it. That's what y'all hearing? Because that's not what I'm saying. And that's not what my actions portray. But for some reason, in a lot of people twisted minds, and I can't try to figure you out because I be like, I can't understand why y'all don't see it. You don't want to see certain things. I can't understand. If we can do tithing in the church, the money that we put into the church, do y'all realize that money's supposed to go back and building up in the community? The churches belongs to the community, to the people. So when I'm asking the church to donate this, donate that, you putting back into the program, but it's the community. And a lot of pastors, bishops, preachers, you want to hoop, holler, and your pockets are being fattened because we take care of y'all. I know that. And I know y'all know they are nonprofits, the churches. So basically, when you get the 501c, you telling the state in the federal government because of your 501c3 that you're building up in the community that you're based in. That's all we do with our nonprofits. But see, a lot of y'all, when you do it, your motives is out of whack. Y'all watch me. I come on my live. I go on TikTok. Right now, I'm on YouTube. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitch. And I'm sitting right here in the bedroom at my desk. To those restreams. To those live streams. Sit here and told a lot of y'all Holy Ghost filled, fire baptized pastors.
Is this really how you want to go ahead?
Got these people down at the building, need our help. What I mean is a place to go. Nobody. Put up the cash app.
Not at all.
You got money coming in the church. Nobody said, hey, let's put some money together to send it down to Brother Copeland. And this is our positions. This is our jobs. If you call yourself being lovers of Jesus Christ or followers.
So, unexpected. Set up this weird chamber.
That's why y'all better be glad I don't sit in front of a lot of y'all, because you know I'll come like this to you. Because my goal is your church or your ministry pulling all this goddamn money in. And y'all know we supposed to go back into the community to build up in the community. And you know it. Christ did it. The apostles did it. And they lost their lives. People came up against them too. That's why I had to realize, Steve, it's not personal. Got all these daggone churches out here, man. Got all these pastors making real good freaking money. Real good money to fatten up your pocket, taking care of your family. But the thing is the heck with other people and their families. I'm watching a pastor on a bishop on TikTok, nice size church, wearing name brand stuff. Cause guess what? It's all about him. It's all about him. You could see it. And now, I don't pay attention to his preaching or his teaching because I'm looking at the videos that he's made. But he's glamorizing his life for the money he's making off the people. Singing, dancing, like he had a nightclub. And that's not to knock him. I see he's like enjoying life, right? If you get it. But he's preaching the word. He's ministering, but it's just, you can't see past that glamorous lifestyle. I'm telling you, wearing some nice goddamn on look. I ain't got no money like that, but I dress my butt off. I ain't got it like that. I use my SSDI to get me what I need. Not y'all money. And the lady I was talking to about putting them into these houses, right? I told her, anytime I rent property from somebody, it's the clients that has to pay for the places. But guess what? If you get to that point that you're not giving me your money for that month, I got to go in my pocket and pay your portion. And I said I was going to stop doing that because it takes away from me, my personal stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, It hurts me to my heart
I had this sensation that I was separated.
when I sit up there and put up the cash app and I ask y'all
It was like this crazy
to donate something. Right now, look what I'm getting ready to say. The people down the building, that's all they pay is $600 for their space. They have not paid anything in the last 2 months that I have separated myself from them. They could have just paid Miss Deborah.
Whatever I become, I had to stay away.
They didn't pay nothing. And guess what? They don't have no money saved up. I'm like, what the hell? How am I going to put them somewhere
You
else?
fucking with me, right, John?
Tashawn sent me the list of the people that's still there.
And every 4 months since.
So the lady I was talking to, I said, right now, they ain't got nothing. So if you willing to work with them and bring them in for September, my goal is to make sure they pay their damn rate.
So,
Okay?
tell me,
They are about to get put out.
fit in all.
I can't move too far because they don't want me to really get on this, my right leg against my feet and stuff like that. Right? So I want to go down there. Come here, goddamn. That's that daddy in me. Why you ain't got this say the right? That's that caretaker in me. So I said, if you're willing to give him a chance to work with him, please do. Because that's going to be on you.
Why not? Who I would have been?
If you're willing to house him,
You read this shit.
I had to explain to her
Could you live with
the
this
type
shit?
of people that, she would be dealing with. Now, I'm going to be there, don't get it wrong. But it's going to be several houses now that I'm going to have to get around to make sure they doing what they supposed to do.
Pamper yourself at the salon and pursue your creative passions.
Because the goal is to move them from the temporary housing to permanent. And most of the people I'm talking about are women with children. A young leg girl in there, she's about 36, just had a baby.
Where everything is conspiring against your view.
The baby, what? Tashawn, where you at? Might be a month old now.
Spilled lattes,
But when Tashawn sent me the message, I think her and her husband, they found a place to go, which is good, so I don't have to worry about them.
Sometimes your imagination.
I asked y'all to help me with them. They not my freaking family. And I know they not some of y'all families. But my thing is, if you got some extra money laying around, or you can donate 50 or 100 or 20, just something. Show that you appreciate what's happening. Well, I ain't sending up. Oh, Donald Trump needs some money for this and that. Here, take this $100,000, Trump. And that's what y'all would do. This man making billions and billions of dollars. He's not a politician. Look at the deals he's making with other countries and stuff. Y'all think that man ain't can please.
This now still keep them honest.
Trump ain't no damn dummy. He ain't no dummy by far. He told y'all.
What can I do you for?
He told y'all. He said, I'm not a
You
politician.
don't have any evidence.
He said, I'm a businessman
Well, it's like I told you. He ain't
that happened to
going
run
He says he is.
for president.
Say about how-
And I asked some people, how did he do that? When you know people, you're a big influencer, that's how you do it. You ain't gotta have no experience in certain areas. People put you in positions because there's certain things they know that you like, mainly when it comes to them and their selfish and self-centered agendas. And me saying what I just said out my mouth, because of their selfish and self-centered agendas. You know who came to mind when I said that? And why they speak out the way they do? Jasmine Crockett. Because she see the bullcrap that's going on in politics. So what y'all would do, y'all would get together and y'all will come on certain things when people post stuff about her, and y'all will start criticizing. It's like a group of y'all. Y'all come in, she this, she that, she ghetto, she like Trump is a very like Trump has a degree, or Trump has a PhD in political science. He does not understand the constitutional rights. He understands what to do and what not to do. Don't get it wrong from a business standpoint. But when it comes to the laws, when it's dealing with legislations and politics and all of that, I mean, you know, that's not his profession. That's not his profession. He told us that. But for some reason, y'all putting him in a place like calling him a president. That's a position for him. It's a title for him. It's not an entitlement for him. They are titles. And if it doesn't fit his agenda, y'all got the problem.
Reading about it last night. So like a fly sees reality one way, and then a wolf maybe sees
Come on, common sense.
depending on their own needs and their psychology. And that's all they see. So
34 felonies and his stuff has nothing to do with being a president or politician. Those was charges that was accumulated against him throughout the years of him living his own life. But y'all turn around and say stuff like this. Well, that's Obama's fault. It ain't got nothing to do with Obama. Well, what about Bill Clinton? It ain't got nothing to do with Bill Clinton. Well, how about what the other guy name? Abraham Lincoln. It wasn't Abraham Lincoln's fault. That came from his personal stuff. But what about Madea? Madea did this. Madea did that. Y'all will. I'm like, what the hell? And y'all be so serious. Rather than saying this crooked mother sucker. Somebody said the other day, right, that wait a minute. He was convicted of 34 felonies. That's just like what they did with me. He pleaded guilty to them.
I asked you to kill me.
But they don't hold it against you, in a sense.
That is not,
You get me?
work, all right? They're gonna find a reason to blame me, throw me in jail.
And I can't, y'all. I cannot. I can't. I don't even know what y'all be thinking sometimes. Y'all know this man be fucking up like crazy. And y'all as human beings, knowing if it was you, you would be behind bars, but you will justify his own behaviors for what he did. And I look at, us as people, and I'm like, wow, how y'all do that?
Wait.
And then look at this stuff with Epstein. They show him pictures. I remember when I was younger of him and Epstein with pictures around 14-year-old girls and stuff like that. And guess what y'all turn around and do? That was Bill Clinton. That Obama. That was the Bushes. Oh, no, that AI. And I'm like, what the fuck? And forgive my language. Like, what the fuck? And y'all are grown people. Grown people. But it's okay. P. Diddy over to prison, right? For doing what he did. With the baby oil. R. Kelly. In prison. Bill Clinton went to prison. No. Bill Cosby for stuff that happened 30, 40 years ago, around the same freaking time. He went to prison, right? I just don't. I'm saying this because I cannot understand people thinking. I don't get it. How y'all will justify this fucking man behavior and make it right. I got 4 damn daughters. 4 daughters. If I ever looked at my daughters and the way I heard this man say some stuff about his daughter, I would be in therapy right now. He didn't really mean it like that. And then look, in the process of me saying that, I'm washing my daughters when they was younger. I'm changing their Pampers. So you know, throughout the years as me being involved in their lives and taking care of them and doing this and doing that and watching them grow, for me to turn around and say some bullshit like that, either I've been craving and lusting for my own damn child. When he make little statements out of his mouth like that, do y'all realize that's what he fucking saying? And y'all will justify that? I'm like, wow. Wow. I ain't proud of none of this. But a lot of y'all is. That's the best thing every day. Look, he's the best thing since Jesus Christ. To a lot of y'all. I know a lot of people looking at me right now. You ain't saying nothing in response, but I can guarantee you all over there laying me out. Girl, he on there talking about the best thing that happened since shrimps and egg foo young. He over there talking about Trump. He over there trying to put Trump where I'm down. I can see y'all now. And a lot of y'all black people too. Christopher Anderson. No, you're not, D. No, you're not all that talking about. But see, the thing is, y'all need to vote for Trump. Y'all need to believe in Trump. I'm like, Negro, you crazy in your head. Chris be promoting him like crazy. He's the best man that ever came around. I'm like, what? Let me tell y'all, I got some coffee right here, right? I got some creamer in here, the flavor creamer. I'm talking about this, and there's some good stuff. Got my Diet Pepsi right here. Got 2 more sitting over there. So when I finish this one and go lay down and relax and stuff, if I feel like I want to drink another, I can. I got my big container of water here. So now, I mean, look, so I got drinks here. I ain't got no damn liquor. I ain't smoking no weed. I ain't pumping nothing in me. And I'm trying to sit back and wonder what the hell is wrong with me. Make me think. That's why I have to do a lot of praying and messing with y'all. And I got people, right? And I love y'all. Don't take it wrong. I love y'all from a distance. And y'all keep y'all distance because I already know. Come on. Y'all know why. A lot of people that I know don't want to associate themselves with me because they scared. I might call them out. And I already know. So it's like you associate with me from a distance. I'm learning, be honest with you. I already know where a lot of y'all crut ball, no good mother suckers are at. And if that's what you do to benefit, to earn a living, I'm trying my best. I'm telling y'all about Steve, not to judge you in that way. Because I understand that certain, hold on, let me get it right. Everybody ain't here to try to live a righteous way of life. I ain't perfect, but I tell you what, certain things I just won't touch. And the only reason why I don't do certain things, when I say this, like rob and steal and take from God's people, Because I feel like that God's Holy Spirit, the conscious bias, the conscious going to eat my butt up. That's why I don't do what I do. Because I don't want to sit here. Next thing I know, God be like, Steve, why you this? Why you that? And a lot of y'all okay with that. Because you so used to robbing and stealing and taking that it's a normal thing for a lot of y'all. And then you'll turn around and preach a good message, but I know you ain't nothing but a thief. I know it. Now, if you can find peace, in your life, taking advantage of the most vulnerable people, if you can find peace within your spirit and doing stuff like that and still be happy, joyous, and free, I cannot knock you. I can't knock you. Because that's how you benefit financially. I can't knock you. But I can only tell you, that shit will eat me up. The conscience, I'm talking about my conscience, my spirit man, it will eat me up every time I cuss. Sometimes, look, when I cuss, I'm like, God, please forgive me. I'm in my head, I'm like, God, please forgive me. Because I'm keeping it real, y'all. That's what y'all get lost about. I don't have to come on here and lie and steal and take and manipulate. That's why I try to make stuff so plain and clear to y'all. Like when I talk about the housing program, when I say it's independent living, it is not an assisted living program. I'm not taking people money, food stamps, and all that. That's not what I do. Because why should I take that stuff if you're trying to, like with the wraparound service, teach people how to be more responsible and productive with the stuff that they have? And some of them might not want to get into a career-minded job, where they'll make more money to be able to take care of their family and stuff. So you want to help them to be more responsible with where they at, so they won't make the same mistakes again. So the next time y'all want to sit up here and say to yourself, Steve this, Steve that, to downgrade me, I'm saying it so when you do go to do it, your conscience going to tell you, no, he's not like that. That's not how he is. Matter of fact, come and ask the clients. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. I welcome anybody up here to comment on anything I got to say. Anything. And if it's a client in the building or anybody that wants to come up here and say anything, I guarantee you, it ain't me. They might come up here and tell, well, Miss Such and Such said Mr. Steve this, Mr. Steve that. Because that's what they get. But is Mr. Steve really like that? As far as I know, he not. Because I'm watching what y'all doing. I'm watching what you're doing. And Christina, I'm going to talk about you. I watched when Miss Deborah reached out to Christina. I watched Christina on her live, on her way down the building, get in her fucking truck, and she talking about me, getting in the damn truck. Yeah, trying to badmouth me like I'm this bad person. And mind y'all, reason why I'm saying that? Because when Jack Young said something smart about your ass, who came down there to protect you? Huh? Anytime somebody badmouthed this woman, I was on their ass. But the moment somebody badmouthed me, you sucked it right up. And I'm going to tell y'all what she did when we did talk. She was pointing shit out to me that somebody else told her. I'm going to say that again. She was pointing shit out to me that somebody else told her. I said, Christine Flowers, am I really like that? No. But you believe what they told you.
What the hell's going on?
You see the stupid shit we do? And I watched her. And I watched people making comments. And I shut my mouth while she felt like she needed to discipline me. That's okay. Because you know why? I know me. I know what I do. So a lot of y'all, what you do, you'll start bad mouthing me, put me in shit that I ain't got nothing to do with. Nothing. And that's why I said, if y'all want to know something, just call me. But see, this is what it is. The chaos and the confusion. The he say, she say. Ask me. And if you really know me, and people try to badmouth me, you know that's not Steve. Now, if you want to say, here a big mouth bald head every time you turn around, such and such and such, then that's Steve. That's Steve. But when it comes to that crooked shit, that underhanded stuff, no. I don't play that. I don't try to do nothing that will lock me up. That's why they had to create some shit to get me off the street. And then they turned around and used my own stuff against me and made it out to be a crime. And I sit there and I tell people, right, if you got property, and if you say like you renting rooms out, it's you doing a lease, and you have it's like Borders, right? I'm trying to think of what it's called. You renting rooms out, but you doing a lease. That's your property. But you doing a lease. And I sit here and I tell you this right here. Mine is transitional. I don't do leases. So what I do, I will rent your property. I will let you know what I'm doing business-wise. I will rent your property. So I'm your tenant. These are my clients in your housing program. Do you know a lot of people turn around and try to compare the two? And I'll be like, no, you can't do it. Because I'm your tenant. These are my clients. So I'm paying you to make sure your stuff gets straight. I'm paying BGE to make sure that's straight. But I don't do contracts because mine is a program. Transitional housing. So I'm trying to get you to understand between transitional housing and actually rental property, the agreement part of it. So you'll try to compare the two. Then you're going to tell me, well, you got to go downtown and get the person evicted and blah, blah. I said, no, that's not how we work. That's why I couldn't do it. I even went downtown. That's why I said, y'all don't freaking listen. I went down to the rental spot to do the eviction. But once I told the lady the type of program that I have or what I do, I said, I don't want the money. Because most people that goes to get you evicted, they go to get you evicted for what? You behind on your rent. They want to recover that money. That wasn't my process. I wasn't trying to recover no money. But why are you trying to evict them? Listen to what I'm saying. So once I explained to the supervisor at the court, what I do, she told me, she said, here, fill this paper out. So I started filling that paper out. Guess what that paper did? It took me upstairs to talk with a judge to do an emergency petition. That's why y'all need to listen. You need to listen. This the same things I was telling the police. I did what y'all told me to do. Landlord, tenant, boom. Landlord, tenant, boom. I said, this is not my process. Landlord, tenant. And guess what? We was arguing so much. It was some other people that came out with the SWAT team to talk with me. Because me and the police was arguing so much. That wasn't my process. So one of the guys, you can tell he might have been a lieutenant. Then again, I'm thinking, was that the chief? Might have been the chief that was might have been that guy when I talked with the commander around here. Current, what is it? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Commander. He might have been the chief. Because he came right to me, hey, Mr. Copeland. He knew who I was. Because me and the police, we were just arguing with each other. I need y'all to help me help them. But then when they came out, I called y'all to help me help them. So I'm arguing with the damn police because they ain't doing their job to help me help them. So they look. So, you know, everybody back around the Eastern District Police Station, they know about the Big Mouth Boy Black D, right? Because they was trying to compare everything to residential stuff. And I'm telling them, no, that's not my process. So anyway, they telling me once again, here we go. I said, look, I went down to the rental thing. I explained what was what, but my process is different where I still couldn't, I wasn't trying to put nobody out. Don't get it wrong. I just wanted to get the guy back on his medication. They thought I was trying to put him out. I was like, no, I just need him on his medication. But they kept talking to me like I was trying to put him out. But anyway, I told, I think he was the chief, right? I told him, I said, well, I went down there because of my process. I can't put him out, right? Now, I can put you out, but my process don't go through the courts. And only because it wasn't to recover no money. So that wasn't the point. Now, I'm explaining to them everything that goes on with us. Do you know they told me? I got part of the SWAT team out there. We out there talking, right? They bust out laughing. Tell me, well, we can't help you now. I said, I know y'all can't. They told me. And we bust out laughing, y'all, because even the sheriff could not help me. I called down the sheriff, right? Donald, motherfucker, and you coming on my stuff. I'm looking for Donald. Donald, help me. Look, I'm trying to get my man some help, blah, blah, blah. What can I do? I called the sheriff office, right? They was like, Mr. Copeland, there's nothing we could do because basically it had to go through the courts to come in to evict him. But it wasn't to evict him. It was to get him into some treatment. They took me through a fucking lot. I'm talking about the Eastern District Police, right? And then turned around and locked my black ass up. I don't care what y'all say. Yeah, I'm cussing. So look, I went through all of that. But what that taught me, the police are being taught a certain way in how to do things, y'all. And I was speaking outside of what they was taught. And they was trying to keep it within like residential stuff where you got to go through this process to get that done, this done. I said, no, that's not my way. Because I am a program. And we can give you 72 hours to get out. Actually, if I feel like you're a danger to other clients and yourself, I can actually tell you leave right now. And that was the problem that I had with the police because I was trying to explain to them the difference. And a lot of y'all don't know too. Please listen to what I'm saying. A landlord can give you 72 hours to get out. A landlord can give you 7 days, 14 days, 30 days. Right?
You know, you were always.
Some of y'all are so used to the 60, 90 days. You got to understand, whenever you go through the court process, if you already 3 months behind in your rent, and they give you another 3 months, that's 6 months behind in that rent. And you have to recover that money. You might stay there, but I got 3 more months. I ain't worried about it. But then if you're not preparing yourself to exit, then you have to find a way to give them that back 300, that back payment, and that payment that you living up, you know, for the for that time being. And I want to share this with you. So there's 6 months of payments that you owe. But let me share this with you too, and a lot of y'all might not even know it. You can correct your financial situation with your landlord. Say like if you're 3 months behind and you come into some money and you pay him for the money that you behind on and stuff like that, and everything is updated and all of that financially. Do y'all know they can still tell you bye?
Just step back. Just get back.
Please tell me no, they can't. Yes, they can. Because you will be considered as a problem from there on. It's no guarantee you're going to continue paying your stuff on time. So they can take that money and still tell you bye. Because you only correct what you owe. Please listen to what I'm saying. Because if you don't actually do your research, or if you don't understand the laws in that sense, yes, they can. Because you're only correcting what was wrong. And that's you trying to correct that finances that you owe from, even if, and it just popped in my head, if you get evicted from a place, you supposed to still correct that financial situation. That's why I'd be on your background check, because you didn't correct it. A lot of y'all think it's okay to live in people's stuff and then try to claim it.
But no, Tom, no.
Stop. And that's something I said I gotta let my clients know. Stop. Stop. One guy, I don't know who this guy is down that building. I just know he's this girl brother. Going to say his lawyer, from what I was told, what he said to Miss Deborah, said that his lawyer this, his lawyer that. I said, tell his lawyer to call me. Don't talk to Miss Deborah, because that's my housing program. And that you talk to me, boss. Because I'll tell him point blank, who told him to go in there? Do he have a contract? Is he a part of my housing program? So why is his ass in there? Yeah, come on, bro. Come on. Now, we're going to move Miss Deborah to the side. That's my housing program. His sister is in my housing program. She was the one that allowed her brother to come in there. And not only that, why would you tell your brother it's okay to go and stay in a room with two women? I don't mix men and women together like that. This girl got a 15-year-old daughter, a 9-year-old daughter, and a 2-year-old son. So why your brother ain't over there with you if you want to do it like that? Know why he's probably not there? And with her and her kids, he might have hand problems. But you're going to put him with two other women? Well, I don't put women and men together like that. With children. So I said, I'll approach him when I see him. Hey, come here, nephew. Why you right here? Who told you can come here? Some of the girls with their boyfriends in there, I'm going to do them the same way. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing, nephew? Who said you can come in here like this? And then I'm going to make it real clear to them, this is my housing program. I'm not Miss Deborah. All right. Did I say it was okay for you to come? You signed the lease agreement? See, this is how you deal with people. This is how you talk with people. And you don't have to be smart with them. The point is, this is a housing program. This is my business here. Even though I'm not there, that's my business. It's my responsibility to make sure they have somewhere to go. That's why I called you, Miss Deborah. And I left you a message because you won't answer. And any of y'all that's trying to be smart and you looking at me, that's my temporary housing program. You can call her, you can call her fucking daughter and tell them I said if they want to talk to me, call me. We talking about people's lives. I don't even like what's going on at the building. And I know for a fact if I go, I'm going to have to take at least about 10 people with me. Because of what might break down. So go gossip about that. That's not how I do business. And I'm pissed because of the way I heard they treating this woman.
I need you to calm down, sir. Come in here and get these debts off of me right now. Can you just explain to
And be honest with y'all, I've been sitting patient, waiting for Mr. Allen to call me. That's the owner of the property. You Jewish motherfucker, I've been sitting here waiting for y'all to call me. Excuse me, y'all, for cussing, because I'm pissed. And you too, Miss Deborah. I told you I will go down there, but I know I got to go with some people because they might try to jump me to make sure you get your building back. I don't roll like that. I don't roll like that. So guess what? You want that retired old nigga come out of me? Watch. I don't like the way I hear they down there treating you, woman. And then you lying to them clients talking about, I didn't pay you, I didn't do this. You're a lying motherfucker. Christine Flowers even told you. I don't roll like that. I don't roll like that. Anybody property, I come in, I'm going to make sure you get your stuff. I don't roll like that. I even got, Wi-Fi put in there. $50 come out my damn money. I can cut that shit off if I want to. But I know they're using it. You the one came up against me. I didn't come up against you. I don't roll like that. I don't play like that. Y'all going behind my back, having meetings about my fucking business. My business. And I knew what y'all was trying to do. Y'all was trying to overthrow my shit, but it fell through. It blew up in y'all faces. And I'm not going to call your name, Queen. But if you're looking at me, that's one of the reasons I backed up off your fucking husband. They down there having meetings behind my damn back about my housing program, my clients. I don't play that shit. And I'm not going to mention the name. When I step into something, I don't play. And that's what I realized a lot of y'all hate about me. And I told the dude, I said, guess what? The clients you got, you keep, because you ain't getting no more. When I found out what they was doing. My goal is to help your business grow. Whenever I ask you to come and help me with them, I'm asking you to provide your services. And if you come in and you sloppy with it, you're gone. Give a fuck what y'all think about me and say right now. I'm talking about people's lives. Now, I ain't trying to be smart, and I'm not, look, I'm a Christian man, but God damn it, I ain't that far from that old Negro I used to be in the streets. Let me make that clear. Because I didn't fucking play in the streets, and I don't fucking play now. So I thank God I'm nothing like I used to be. But that shit hurts. So if it's unprofessional to some of y'all that's looking at me, it's okay. Okay, keep that in mind. It's okay. Because I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about these people in that building that's getting ready to get put the fuck out. Look what Tashawn sent me yesterday, and I ain't even gonna read their names off. I told Tashawn, I said, get me a name. Get me a list of everybody that's still in that building. Can't get y'all to help me with shit. And it's not my family. I told Tashawn, right? And she had the guy go in. Write down everybody's name and stuff, right? That's still in that damn building. so we can replace them. We talking about people. We talking about people. We talking about people. That's why sometimes I hate what I fucking do. I wish I didn't care. I wish I was like a lot of y'all that didn't give a fuck. I really do. I wish I was so heavily bound where I didn't give a fuck. Deshaun sent me the list, right? And I told the lady with the houses, I
Jerry,
said, I'm gonna come and sit
my
with
last
you.
reporting. Heading to Earl's tonight. Just so I get the farm stand and
Because I want her to know the type of people she get ready to deal with. I want to make sure she are with it.
changed. And I lost control. Never told you about
Because I want her to help me.
I didn't know if it was
And I know it's not going to be easy, y'all.
I felt that I was in it alone.
So I told her, I said, I'm going to come and sit with you.
I know I should have asked for help.
Because I want her to better understand when you're dealing with the homeless population. You're dealing with people with mental issues and all this type of stuff, right?
I think about misery and terror I spread.
Abandonment issues.
I had no control, and then
It's about restructuring their lives.
when they have choice.
She sent me this house, and I'm not even going to tell y'all where it's at. It's a beautiful place. I'm not putting them in this building. She got several places she told me. You can go look at Mr. Copeland. I said I'm gonna put my new clients in these buildings, in this place. I'm not gonna put them in there. Because this time I gotta be super careful, y'all. Who I bring in. And not only that, I gotta make sure they're well protected. I gotta have people to watch over the people. So basically, what I was telling to Sean, right, in the process, when you got people that's hurt, they need that 24-hour around the clock service. And Tashawn was like, that's like assisted living. I said, yes, that's what it is, Tashawn. And it might not be certified to the point of that, because I'm not looking at the money, right? I'm looking at making sure they get their service provided. And a lot of them going to need somebody to feed them, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, stuff like that. The same methods, you know what I mean? Because someone will never be able to function on their own again without screwing up. Some people will use people like that to fatten up their pockets. And I watch y'all. I watch how a lot of people that I deal with will use people pain and misery to fatten up their pockets. I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the mothers. I'm looking at the mothers with teenagers. because I got 2 of them in there with teenagers, children, 2 families. One of them, I did say I might bring to the new spot because I know she haven't been no trouble. She haven't been no trouble. It's certain ones that's in there, mothers with children. It's certain ones that's in there, right, that are not giving me no problem. They not. They just want to be somewhere on a temporary basis until they can get somewhere permanent. So I thought about that mother with her 2 kids. I think one 15, one 12. I said I might bring to the new house. Because I got to watch who I put around who to avoid a lot of the chaos and the confusion. Some other ones, my goal is to put all of them in one spot. Those are the ones that just brings the chaos and the confusion. I just don't want to send them out on the street. Just to cope with them, just to deal with them. That's why I said I got to go talk to them. So I can point out certain people. Are you willing to work with that? That's why when it comes to our homeless people, y'all, and I tried to explain this to the police department and everything. When you don't deal with, on a personal note, when you have not dealt with people like that, or you don't understand where people coming from, you won't get it. And my goal was to help them understand the population, you know. And let me share this, right? I was talking with my 2 daughters. Well, my daughter, the 26-year-old, and my oldest daughter. I found out my oldest daughter is an LPN. Do y'all know they working in some type of treatment facility where they working with with the still using the addicts? And my daughter was telling me last night, she said, Dad, I be taking their urine and stuff. And she talking about the Sebastian, she talking about the opioids, she talking about the fentanyl, she talking about what tests has come back. What I'm trying to get to, I said, thank you, God. As a recovering addict, right, for over 32 years, I'm like, thank you, God. Because I said, now they understand why their father fight so much to help the recovering addict, to help out still suffering addicts. Because I know my kids, I kept my kids away from certain lifestyles, you know what I mean? And when it hit me last night, I said, thank you, God. Because now they understand why now they're going to understand why I go out to help fight people, you know, as far as people turning their lives around, because they didn't understand it. They didn't grow up into this. And it hit me when my daughter told me that. Both of them working in that type of environment, and they don't even like what's happening amongst our people. I said, thank you. I said, now they see why Dad do what Dad do. I was like, wow. And it hit me who's doing it. I said, now they could see it. Because I know my kids don't understand why I go back into the community to help the people the way I do, y'all. I know they don't. I know they don't. But now they saying it firsthand. And I couldn't do nothing but say thank you. Now, this is what I said I was going to do with my daughters since they in it firsthand. I was going to tell them how to encourage them, empower them, and motivate them. you know, don't look down on them like a lot of y'all do. Oh, that don't make no sense. That's disgusting. No, don't do it. Don't do it because their self-esteem is already low. They dealing with a lot of personal issues inside. I'm watching how my brothers and my brothers on the med program. I didn't know the Sebastian's supposed to be like a substitute to help them go through certain things, you know, through withdrawals and stuff like that. But it's starting to make them more addicted. I'm sitting up here and I'm reading more about the fentanyl, right? A lot of y'all don't understand. The fentanyl was made, most of it was made in the laboratory anyway. Fentanyl is a poison. It's a poison. It's not a drug. It's a poison. And it was created to take our people out. Then you got the opioid. The fentanyl and the opioid epidemic. When Brandon Scott and them started having those overdose community meetings, right? And I went to one on Francis Street. One number with a bunch of white, conservative, scientists, doctors, all that there, right? Y'all gotta understand where I come from. So they was asking questions because a lot of them don't know why people do what they do. So I told them, the big mouth bald black dude, to help them better understand what they're dealing with. Not only that, I shared with them what we could do to help turn lives around. A lot of y'all don't know. Brandon Scott, not Brandon Scott, but the city of Baltimore itself, got $460 million for the overdose thing. Do y'all realize testers was poured into the community for them to get that money? Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Because years ago, that was the reason why we fought to get that plane here, to reduce the fentanyl and the opioid and the homicide rate in Baltimore City, to slow it down. So I was in the community and I was talking to our young men, letting them know, y'all can go out here, y'all can do this, y'all can do that. But no, let me back up a little bit more. We was trying to fix it where we could have safe consumption sites in Baltimore City, where if people drugs, they only want to get high. But if their drugs is laced with fentanyl or opioid, that will take them out. You know what I told my director? 1515. Right there with the library. I said they need to put a facility in there so it can be tested. Well, if they use the drugs, right, and they go out, they would have a staff there to bring them back. What did they just do on Pennsylvania Avenue? They're over at the library, down in the basement. I said, this is some shit we talked about 5 years ago. 1515. I don't even know if 1515 opened, but right there, just that one little section. I said, this is what we were talking about years ago. They fought us so hard not to do it. Now, that the bill, it was a bill created because I learned it's a lot of other places, and I think it's in New York too, where they have safe consumption sites. So if people's drugs is laced with the fentanyl and opioid, they go in there, they use it, and if they go out, they got a team there to bring them back. So what happened with the what is it called? You see it? Narcan. You know where this Narcan sitting at? Know where it was sitting at? It was sitting in storage somewhere. It wasn't until that episode that they had to pour it out so they can get money for it. Because it was sitting in there collecting dust. So y'all don't pay attention to nothing, but y'all want to call me because of the work I do around Baltimore City with other nonprofit organizations and stuff like that. Because we see what they doing to the people. But I'm known as the big mouth, bald head black dude. Y'all rather insult me and call me all kinds of names for trying to help our people. One, they got the money now and they ain't worried about it. Two, and guess what? When I say they got the money, they ain't worried about it because it's fattening up other people's pockets. $460 million. And then I think they got over a period of 17 years, because you know when they give you grant money like this, stuff like that, to fight certain things, you have a certain length of time to actually spend that money. I guarantee you a lot of y'all don't even know. So they got up to 17 years to play with that $460 million. It's probably already gone. I'm talking about in other people's pockets. Now you got all these goddamn treatments and stuff programs, substance abuse programs popping up, wanting that money bad as hell. Because it's fattening up, it's slipping. A lot of the money that they get, that's why y'all hear certain things. A lot of the money that, say like they pour $5 million into West Baltimore, right? In that specific area. $5 million. I'm gonna say about $3 million is going to go towards salaries and fattening up people's pockets, and $2 million of it might just be put back into the community. How I know? Because when I was with Communities United, we got $5 million to build back up in West Baltimore. We started our own, like, I want to say team. We had to create our own team to help distribute that money back in there so other organizations in that community could get a part of that money. I was telling people up to $25,000 just to think about it. I was telling a lot of black businesses on Pennsylvania Avenue, or people that wanted to open up businesses, apply for that money, because it was to build back up in the black community. Y'all ain't know that. Well, I'm sharing with y'all some stuff that happened, some years ago. They got mad at us because it was $5 million that was put in that facility. So just say over near East or Park Heights, they got mad because the money wasn't contributed towards their area. See, this is what happens when you become, like, when you get involved into your community. I'm a community activist. Remember I said that. Community organizer. I became a board member. With Communities United. Now let me share this with y'all too. I live east. So whatever happened west, because I didn't live west, I couldn't, it wasn't basically contributed to me as far as what we do. But because I became a board member of Communities United, my goal was to see where the money was going at. See, a lot of y'all won't get involved like that. That's all I'm saying. That's why you need to get involved with your communities. But see, the difference with me, and please keep in mind, I look for solutions. So anytime I step into something, I say, okay, we can do this right here to slow this down. We can do this right here to create, make this better over here. Some stuff it's not going to just stop. We already know, but we can slow the process down. And that's the point of helping to save lives. So I'm only saying this because throughout the years, I watched a lot of y'all criticize me. I watched a lot of y'all. Oh, he's sick. Oh, he crazy. Oh, he this. Oh, he that. And y'all know that shit hurt it. I ain't lying to you. I've been called Uncle Tom. I've been called Uncle Ruckus. I'm like, who the hell is Uncle Ruckus? Porch Negro. All this came from y'all. From my own people. From coming into the community. Trying to help build back up because I see how they like destroying the black community. Once I realized the Democrats was running the city in the whole, I backed up. I had got depressed because I realized all this money they get to build up more in the black community, they're allowing it to fall apart. It's not. I was at the budget meeting. If y'all think I'm lying, March 11th, my director told me 2023. She called me, told me go to that budget meeting that Brandon Scott was giving. Brandon Scott for that budget for 2024 was $4.2 billion. When I seen Brandon Scott, I hugged him. What's up, nephew? Blah blah blah. I said I need to talk to you because I was telling him about the stuff I was going through with the Eastern District Police Department. This was March 11th, 2023. March the 12th, I was gone. I don't think he had nothing to do with me being arrested or anything like that. And the police that did what they did didn't even know how active I was in the community like that. Then again, they might have, I don't know. But I had received a phone call probably like 2 weeks before that. And Angela, I'm going to say your name. Because she was telling me about how they shutting a lot of the community activists down, stuff like that. I said, oh, Brandon Scott and them ain't going to let them happen to me. Next thing you know, my ass was gone. I had asked about Booney. I said, yeah, because I haven't been hearing too much about a lot of the ones that I know do great work. I said, yeah, I ain't heard about that. And thank you, Cherie. Cherie seen Booney. And she told Booney that I was asking for help. Because y'all don't realize when we step up to the plate like this to fight for y'all, we put our fucking lives on the line. That's why I can't blame a lot of y'all sometimes when I get mad because people don't step up. When I look at people like Pastor Simmons, when I look at people like, I said I'm going to call him too, Doc Chittum. I said I'm going to call him because he's a civil rights advocate. But I've been listening to him lately and some of the stuff that he's been saying, a lot of people backed up off that man. Like y'all do. And I said I'm going to reach out to him because that's a fucked up feeling when you fighting for your people. And it's like the ones that supposed to support you and walk with you, it's like you the problem. And I said I need to call him. I said I need to call him because and I got his regular number now. I said I'm going to call him and just let him know I'm here. Let him know I'm here. Ty, I got to call Ty. Because the last time I talked with Ty, I told Ty I was coming down there with him, right? And y'all know I ended up in the hospital, went to go get my feet checked out. So I haven't dealt with Ty. I wasn't able to go down there and support him and everything. So I got to reach back out to Ty. Tracy, I called Tracy. She's a community activist as well.
Tachoni Butler.
Not yet to Sean. I'm just saying people that's in the community, y'all, who doing some great work. Donnie Glover sent me something and said, reach out to me. I said, thank you. Because a lot of y'all suckers leave. It's like people like us, man. Y'all just leave us hanging. But now, everybody have their own, I had to correct that. Everybody had their own, like, I was going to say group of people, right? But they have their own team of people that they work with. Like Donnie, y'all know he has his own talk show. He produced a lot. Same things I'm trying to do. you know, with the Teen Talk Show, with the Couch Conversation, what I'm doing right here, just putting stuff out. Everybody had their own niche of how they do stuff. You know what I mean? So the thing I'm trying to get you that with, because we like this with each other, we got to come together. We got to match up. Even though we might not stick together that long, but we got to come together, get our point across, make a statement when it comes to the people. And then everybody goes right back to doing what they do. But the thing is, if I feel like I want to go over there, Donnie might be producing certain things, right, with his show on a Wednesday. And I can go over there and sit with them a couple of hours while they broadcasting and doing such and such. It's just to be there to fellowship with them. And even we sharing information. We might put together a function for all of it. Matter of fact, I was sent something. Thanks, Terrence. I was invited to this event of people like myself, a bunch of us, right? They said they want a bunch of the people that's fighting to better Baltimore City to come together. So I was sent 2 invitations to attend. So I'll be hopping in there with my boot on, probably my crutch too. But I said, okay, send me the tickets, I show up. Because they want people like myself that actually stand outish and want to make some changes. Or I gotta meet, or I gotta know. What? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Drive off in a new Chevy Silverado from Jerry's with up to $11,500 in savings.
Steve, where you at? Where you at?
I'm about to be at Walmart.
All right, let me call to Sean. She called me and told me they down that building fighting. Let me call.
I can't take you down there.
I know. That's why I said let me call to Sean. So cause she just called me and said they down the building fighting. All right. Oh my God. I hope Miss Deborah didn't go down there and they attacked Miss Deborah. That's a damn shame. I can't even come on my live and talk about it. Now do y'all understand why I said is gaining control over I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. That's the point of putting the proper people in position to help the people.
Really messed up. Busted arm and eye.
How you gonna get down there if it's not I ain't going down there. But look, yeah, let me cause she didn't really threw me off. But look, that's why I be honest, y'all. I have to surround myself with people that, you know, feel the same way I do. Well, in other words, I'm gonna just say, you know, like human rights advocates, right? Community activists, you know, but most importantly, and I'm just saying for me, y'all see me over here crying because I feel sorry for a lot of our people. I really do. I really do. So don't take it, this nigga crazy, blah, blah, blah. No. I wish I didn't care. I'm telling y'all. But, and I want the best for our people. Get them out that mindset. And I know we're not going to save everybody. Don't get it wrong. I already know all that Gucci stuff. But I think, this is just me, if more of us come together, if more of us come together, and we gotta come for them, but we gotta do it out of love. So what popped in my head while I'm saying that, I'm saying the village. You get me? So it's like the community gotta come together. The families gotta come together. When you have loved ones and relatives that you've done your best. What?
Even then, with the late patient commission,
I just need to know one little thing.
like I said, confidential.
What happened?
Know something about how a patient was treated 7 years ago from the government.
Sir, if your friend comes in, then we can release the records. Otherwise, there's nothing I can.
Hey. What are you doing here?
Been here since I last saw you.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
Because
Say what you just said again. Because I got your message. You said somebody was there. They was down there fighting.
I'm so sorry to hear about Dorothy. I just heard the rumors. Do you mind if I ask?
Ain't no who did you, Amir's in room 8. 5. You know what I'm thinking about? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You know what room 4 is? No, who's wait a minute. Somebody's supposed to be in room 4. That's not a room, that's my office. Right, that's my office. Room 4 is my office. Because it's only 3 down there on that first floor. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4 is my office. So whoever, see, I don't know if she might have called and lied, because room 4 is actually, that's the office. And but now, if she said something about room 4, it makes me wonder, because I haven't been down there. Did somebody call herself moving in that office? But I got the key and everything to that office. How would they get in there?
Anyway,
They're not going to put them out like that. They're not going to put them out. They not. So unless it's a fire or something there, then they would have to remove them. But they're not going to put them out. And if the fire department is down there, and for whatever reason that they might have to remove them, they're going to put them in a hotel. Yeah, they're going to because remember when we had the fire down there, it was to put them in a hotel. But once they made it clear that everything was okay for them to go back in there, that's why they canceled that part. So if the fire department then, and she make me wonder, is she calling you lying? Because to me, this woman got some serious damn issues too. So she needs to be on medication her damn self. So yeah, Miss Deborah. Yeah, I ain't wanted to say her name because I'm on my live, but she needs medication too. Now, who was supposed to have been fighting? Well, see, the only reason why I'm saying that, she's calling you, which she should have called me. I don't know what's wrong with this woman. I really don't. I don't know why. I really don't, and I'm not trying to figure her out. I just think for somebody supposed to be running a healthcare program, she's one of her biggest damn patients. She should have called me, because right now I'm thinking about calling a damn Lyft and going down there, but I can't do that. I can't do it. To see what the hell is going on, I cannot do it. Because if I take a Lyft, I might need a ride to hurry up and get the hell back out of there, or dealing with the police. I'd catch a Lyft down there. They might feel like, well, let's take him back over to MTC and all that shit with my boot. I ain't going down there. Now she making me think. I don't know if it's true or not. Did you call what's your name to see what's going on? Damn, Sophia. I'm laughing because you said her phone is off. And she just got money. She just got money and her damn phone off. I need to find. Look, I can't go down there. I was little Steve going to get my medicine. I was going to I thought he was on his way here, and I was going to get him to run me by just to see what's going on. But she should have called me and told me that's all right then. That's okay. I let her deal with that bull crap. All right, go ahead and do what you gotta do. I'm on my live. It was just that when you called, and I got your message when you said they down there fighting, and well, I don't know. She kind of make me wonder because I oh my God, I'm trying to think of this other girl number that lives down there. I might can call her. No. It's another one. It's another one. She don't live in the building. She just live around there and she see what's going on. Because in my mind, it's like I want to go down there, but I can't do it. You know, I'm not trying to. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable by myself. So yeah. So I ain't. Go ahead, do some work. Yeah, because I'm gonna end this in a little bit, but it's just I read your message and that's why I grabbed it and I didn't end my live yet. All right. Yeah. All right then. All right. Then she make me wonder, is she down there now? This excuse me, y'all. It's not funny, right? But I'm just looking at the lady I supposed to be leasing from, right? And she called Tashawn, told Tashawn they down there fighting. Then she called Tashawn back, said the sheriff down, the fire department down there and all this stuff, right? Like for what? Right? Y'all heard me. But the thing is, she making me wonder, is she lying? I can't go down there. I can't. I mean, right now, if I had a ride, I would just go by to see what's what. You know what I mean? And just to see what's what. Because the client's in there. And Miss Deborah, I am going to talk about you. I am. Because you sat up there and you made my clients think that I abandoned them. No, I backed up because number one, I have 3 years of probation for something that I didn't do. Then I didn't want to deal with the police because I know how they will create shit on you for stuff that you didn't do. So that was my biggest fear. I didn't want to get locked up because of some bull junk. And y'all know how I talk. Y'all know how I run off in my mouth. And I did not need these goddamn Baltimore City Police Department. Well, you being disorderly or you doing it. I'm speaking my piece. And you know, when they come at me a certain way, I will throw Ivan Bates at them. I would throw Brandon Scott at them. Because I'm saying shit to kind of back them up off me a little bit. I watched the police do that. That's why them two taught me a real good lesson. Some police you cannot really actually talk to. Because it's something about being in that damn uniform. It's something about that badge. They don't hear shit. But now, let us sit face to face like this and talk. It's like they two different people. And that's what I started learning throughout my process, right? Dealing with polices, period. One moment, when they not in that super cape and everything, they natural, they normal. But it's just something about it when they put it on. I'm like, oh, shit. So what I had to learn to do is limit my conversations when it comes to the police department. Why? Why, y'all? Why? I had an incident down there, right? Just finished the board meeting. Guy threatened me and everything. Did me like this, right? Police come in. Then just finished the board meeting. Dude threatened me and everything. Y'all know who they came for. And I told the police, I'm trying to tell the police who I am, what I do, blah, blah, blah. He wasn't even paying attention. I said, well, I tell you this. Since he didn't want to listen, I said, you know what? I just had a board meeting. You go talk to them because I ain't got to talk to you no more. Because if you're not listening or you going off of, like, they come in with their own scenario, right? But if you're not letting me really explain to you what's happening and what's going on, because it's like you right here with certain things, I'm going to shut my mouth on you. Because I learned. I learned that when I got locked up 2 years ago, that taught me a real good lesson. How they are taught as officers to like say certain things and do certain things. But the only thing this officer was trying to see, and it's the thing that got me, y'all. Mind you, I just had a board meeting with my staff. He was trying to find out, Mr. Copeland, what law did you break? Mr. Copeland just had a board meeting with his clients. With his staff. This girl and her baby father came in on me, and I'm trying to explain to him, it wasn't nothing in that sense, but this boy did me like this. He ignored all of that shit. Wait a minute, y'all. I had to tell myself, shut up after that. What's up, Steve? No, I'm on my live. What's up? The pancakes? And then you gotta go over to the freezer part. Oh, God, you gotta go over to the
Your next breakdown could be anytime, anywhere.
The last thing I remember is just the engine cut out.
Endurance? That's you covered.
It was like almost a $6,000 endurance coverage.
Right now, you can get $300 off any plan. Plus, a year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value free. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. But you have to act now. Call 1-800-582-9212 for a free quote.
But other than that, everything is done. It's just paying for you. They might not even ask for the prescription card. But they got it in there. I said they might not ask for the prescription card because everything is already in their system. It's taking you a long look behind you.
You got bread.
Huh?
That's bread.
Brandon.
Like this?
Yeah, see how they got that? Now, you see the pancakes.
Pancakes right here, mini pancakes.
All right, I don't want the mini pancakes.
Nah, I don't want to big pancakes.
Nah, look, they should have it. See them Eggos? They normally have the pancakes normally be in like the Eggo box. It's something similar to that. Stay right there where you at and just walk down some. I gotta see it.
No, it's just that was like on the side.
Oh,
probably going to walk down the whole aisle to the
Freeze apart. Freeze apart.
Huh?
I said freeze apart. See, I forgot. You don't know how to shop and stuff. You don't do all that type of stuff. But I need you to talk to my friend Plush Jones, Steve. See?
Talking about those?
No, wait a minute. You had your phone turned a certain way.
Yeah, why your phone keep breaking up every time you talk? It's like every time I call you, your phone breaks up.
I don't know.
What was you saying?
All right, Steve. Steve.
Hello?
You hear me?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Those?
Take your time, Steve. You in a hurry to go somewhere? See that cheap brain down there? Let me see them down the bottom.
What you say?
See, let me see.
I was just
That's all right. That's all right, Steve. That's all right. That's all right. Just go ahead and pay for the medication. I'll walk around the corner. Do you see that? I said, look and see the day. How much is those?
$5.
I can't even, but I can't even see it though. You're not letting me see him.
Do you see me?
That's all right. Go ahead and pay for the medication, and I probably walk around to the
How you gonna get the
store.
pancake?
I probably walk around to the store.
Are you sure? Because I'm like right here, Dad.
Right. I can't see the pancakes. You showing me some little pancakes for babies. That's not the ones I'm talking about.
They're not baby pancakes. They are actual big size pancakes. You talking about those? I'll show you that, Dad.
All right, just grab a box. Just grab a box. Grab a box. I was trying to see if they had it in the bags. See, that say only 8. You see that right there? It says 8. That's all right. Don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
24 pancakes in there.
It's 24. Well, why I seen something that said 8?
Huh?
Why I seen something that said 8?
That's vitamins. It's 24 pancakes in here, it says.
All right, just get the box. I'm thinking about like the breakfast that they did for me at the hospital. All right, I see it now. You know what? You need to learn how to make market buy.
I didn't know how to what?
Make market, and you need to learn how to cook and all that stuff. Your father should have taught you better than that.
Hey, you looking at the wrong thing. But this is what you're talking about, or you want more?
Nah, you can bring that. No, because I'm just thinking about, like, you know, what they was giving me at the hospital. That's all. The amount of stuff that they was giving me. So I can start my routine again, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And you said that once I pay for your medicine,
Yeah, just hand it to them.
get a copy of your insurance thing?
Well, if they ask for it, give it to them. But see, basically, it's all, everything is filled out. It's just paying for the prescription. But the guy was telling me when I do come, just bring my card as well. So they might not need it because it's in the system. I'm thinking if he want to see it, they want to make a copy of it. That's all. That's what I'm thinking. But just go ahead and pay for it. It's already the order's already done. It's just paying for it. Okay.
All right.
All right. Love you, man.
Love your mom.
All righty. He don't. You know what, y'all? I screwed up. My son and my youngest daughter, they don't know how to cook. They don't know how to shop. They don't know how to do nothing. They don't know how to do none of that. So I knew I was gonna have to guide them through that process. But now I'm trying to go back to my routine being at the hospital, right? Like 7 o'clock, they would bring me breakfast. So I would order like, well, they would bring me 2 pancakes, eggs, and a sausage, right? Turkey sausage. That's what I ordered. So I figured, for breakfast, since they want me to eat the breakfast again, um, forcing myself, because normally I won't eat till it's time for dinner, something like that, right? So I want to go ahead and do like the breakfast, probably at 9 o'clock. Then around about 1 o'clock, rather than 12 o'clock, lunch, and then dinner around about 6 or 7. So I want to do that, right, so that I can eat the measurable amount that they was giving me in the hospital, because I noticed my sugar numbers was fine. Long as I'm taking my insulin and stuff like that, I noticed my numbers was great. So I want to stick to it. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, right? And I just thought about y'all, and I just want to say thanks for being here, because y'all know I'm a very, 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 very emotional guy. You know, I try not to look at that in a negative way, because number one, I am a Pisces. And y'all know our feelings are like this, right? So, and my heart goes out to our people, y'all. Sometimes, and I said it earlier, I wish I wasn't. No, I don't. I just say it. I just say it. But that's not true. When I say things like, I wish I didn't care the way I cared, that's not true. That's not true. But I just say it because it seems like, to me, so many people is okay with what's going on around them. And only from my experience of dealing with people, right, in Baltimore City, and mainly when it comes to me, people make me out to be the problem. I'm not sitting up here poisoning our community. I'm not sitting up here robbing, taking from our people. I'm not. I know our people hurt. I know, mainly when it comes to, say, like our I'm looking at our drug addicts, right? Um, People that's been using, say, for 20, 30, 40 years, right? And a lot of them want to come out the game, or they want to come out, they just don't know how to come out and stay out. That's a process within itself. So when I sent the message about how you have to have that desire, because that desire is personal for you. So you have to have that real strong desire wanting to stop. It's like you got to hit rock bottom, right? And you got to be willing to, once you do that, to take the necessary steps in order to turn your life around. So here go the suggestions and stuff like that, right? Towards guiding you towards the programs, the proper help, in turning your life around. But I know for a fact, as a recovering addict, you have to go inside of yourself. Whatever personal issues you have inside of yourself that you're running away from, now you have to learn to confront those issues. You got to learn to confront them. And a lot of people been either raped, been molested, been abused, been abandoned, and some just wanted to be part of. Where they started using, to sedate their feelings, and they got caught up. So that's getting to the root cause of why some people do what they do, or why they doing what they doing. So you want to get to the root cause of why. Because once you get to the root cause of the why, then now you're able to help them understand the process of moving forward and letting go, right? And I'm going to just say this as a sponsor, as a recovering addict, I'm damn good at what I do. You know why? Because I had people to teach me. So I'm only giving back what was freely given to me. Even when I go to a meeting right now to this day, I will sit on the front row. How they say, take the cottons out my ears, put it in my mouth. Listen to learn to listen. And I'll go back to how they taught me from the beginning. They said if you ever forget the last time you used, you're doomed to repeat. So I try to keep up front. January the 25th, 1993 was the last time I used. When I came back January the 26th, I have not used a day at a time since then. So I try to keep that mess up front because, it's not that I didn't like getting high. I loved getting high. Don't get it wrong. I loved getting high. To me, I was a sociable addict. I wasn't one of those strung out, like some people are. That was not me. I was functional. But as what I began to learn in that process, the old saying would say a monkey can't sell bananas without eating some of them, right? I was trying to get to that statement. The monkey can't sell bananas. But see, now, mind you, a lot of that stuff, when you live in a certain way of life, it might not seem true to you. Oh, yes, I can do that. But in reality, it was like, no. Using your own product. And that's why I say, y'all, because of the love I got when I got here, because of how people embrace me, support me, and worked with me, even though my mother taught me very well, but we tend to do what we want, as time go on. So I don't blame her for nothing that the choices that I made. I can't blame my mother. A lot of y'all, what you would do, say like a child or a kid might be practicing certain destructive behaviors. That don't mean they're not being taught, morals, values, and principles at home. That don't mean that. It's just a lot of people tend to buck the system. Even with your parents disciplining you and trying to tell as far as helping you move your life forward. But now, sometimes you gotta practice destructive behaviors to understand why it's so important to apply those principles. A lot of people can't do what a lot of us can do without what I mean is basically using our experience. That's all. That's not licensed or certified because people studied certain things to get a degree in those areas where it's natural, normal to me. It's natural, normal to me. Where you might be certified, licensed. Mine's come from a personal level of experience. The medical terms with everything. I don't. So I have to keep it as simple as possible. As a life coach, if I say I'm a sponsor, that's another word for life coach. If I say I'm a sponsor, that's another word for a therapist. Everybody's not going to go to a therapist. Everybody's not going to go to a psychologist. People can't afford it. So that's why you got people that end up going to church and they grow in those areas too. And they use Christ, they use scripture, or they get into a particular religion. And now their life is based around that religion. And my thing, because of your religion, remember I was sharing it a little bit earlier, because of your religion, have you learned to gain that spiritual connection? I'll ask everybody that, because religion, if you know what it is, it's traditional. It's a certain way of life that particular religion, I guess say organization, that particular religion or entity that you in is it helps you get that structure in your life. And I'm looking at the laws and stuff like that, right? According to whatever religion you in, the structure. But my thing is, once again, is it helping you spiritually? Because my spiritual connection to me means a lot. Like right now, I'm talking with y'all, right? And I'm looking at that hedge of protection, like that wedge of protection from God. This is what I feel right here. It's like when I come on my live, it's a freedom that I have, is to be honest, to be open. And sometimes I could be too honest. I could be too open. When I feel sad, because I look at certain things that's happening and I care. And it's like, why other people don't seem to care? And I know you probably care in your own special way. But then I'll question myself, mainly if I feel like I'm by myself all the time. And I just need, and I'm going to tell y'all outright for me, which I've been doing it for the longest time. I need to feel y'all embrace me. I do. Words of encouragement. I do. Y'all don't realize a lot of times that just to tell somebody I'm proud of you, keep doing what you're doing, it's like, thank you. And it might be days. And I post a lot of stuff. Y'all know that. I know a lot of people. And my thing is, I don't get the encouragement, the motivation that I be looking for sometimes. And then I have to realize I can't look for certain things from outside sources, right? But if y'all don't get it, that's a beautiful feeling to know that other people recognize your selfish, not selfish, but selfless accomplishments. Where you doing the necessary stuff to try to help improve other people's lives. It takes a lot of work, y'all. It takes a lot. I'm telling you.
Hello?
It takes a lot.
That's right. Are you sure?
And then
Right now?
I be looking at, and I got to go back to my Christian brothers and sisters, right?
We need to get into
I be looking at them so happy, joyous, and free, and, always bubbly. And
Oh, no, not again.
like, don't nothing bother them. I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm keeping it real. Even though my mind will hit me later and say, Steve, they go through stuff too. You just have a problem coming on your damn live and talking about certain things. A lot of them don't, expose like that. At least let me know. I felt like that the other day. I feel like this right now. Just say something. Love you, man. Keep up the great work. I do that. I compliment on so many people's stuff. They will not compliment back on mine. I don't know why. Understand, y'all news feed, like when y'all post stuff on your stuff, it comes across my feed. And then what I'll do, I'll push like, I'll push love. I might even put a compliment. Because that's what I do. And sometimes I get into my little selfish mode, right? I'll be like, don't push like, don't push love, don't compliment, because ain't nobody doing it with you. And I go through that sometimes. I'll be like, don't, because look, if I'm sitting up here supporting you and stuff like that, and that's what a lot of y'all want. You want other people to support you with whatever you're doing, right? But then you leave them hanging. You won't even send it back.
You actually found something? It's not 100% for sure, but yes.
That might not mean a lot to y'all, but it means a lot to that person that's out there. And at least just want, how can I say it, some accolades. Come on. And mainly for a lot of y'all, and I'm not trying to be smart. I watch a lot of y'all. I do not hate Trump. I do not dislike Trump. Okay, let me make that clear. But I see a lot of y'all will brag about his so-called accomplishments. And I know that's not what he's all about. And then being in the place or understanding the three branches of government. And yes, I'm talking about politics right there. I cannot understand why Congress let this man get away with a lot of stuff he's getting away with. I don't get it. If he's violating the constitutional rights, because a lot of the stuff he don't really, care about. But if he's violating the constitutional rights and y'all see that and ain't doing nothing about it, it makes me wonder, is it really him? Because some stuff I already know from what we do, he's not supposed to be doing. He don't have no control, no power over Congress. But it's like for some reason, y'all allowing certain things to happen that should not be happening. I don't get it. So, excuse me. So it makes me think all of y'all is in cahoots. The Democratic Party, the Republican Party, the Supreme Court. It's like y'all in cahoots. And y'all think that the Democrats and the Republicans don't mingle with each other? You're a damn lie. Prime example, when Sharia and I was given, matter of fact, when Christopher asked me to help the Republican Party win their seat in Baltimore City, y'all probably didn't even remember that 9 Republicans ran. 9 black people ran on the Republican ticket. Christopher Anderson reached out to me and asked me to help them win their seats. I knew they weren't going to win. Because the inner city, Baltimore inner city, is not a Democratic place. The inner city. I'm sorry, Republican. Or did I just say Democrat? Republican. Because I was looking at Christopher Anderson, and he ran for 7th district council seat. So now, mind you, the Republican Party don't even have a place like City Hall where they can meet, fellowship. They don't have none of that. So that Republican would actually have to come into City Hall. Now, if you're the only Republican that's on the local level, like a council member, you're the only Republican with the Democrats. My thing is, where would they go at? That Republican, he would have to come into City Hall. Michelle, what district she was running for? I think she was running for the 6th district. She was running for Sharon Middleton's seat. Once again, if she had won that seat, she would have to mingle with the Democrats anyway. So do y'all think the Democrats and the Republican Party don't really get along together? They have to work together. But the way they do things and say things, they keep us divided. Prime example, when they was at Jimmy Carter's funeral, wasn't Obama sitting beside Trump? Wasn't they talking? That should have let y'all know right then and there. They mingles with each other. It's just the role they play for the public. That's why if y'all hear me from time to time, I say, I hate the way they play us because they want us, we comes up against each other. They already, look, they already know. It's like how to play the people. And this is what disappointed me. When I'm proud. First black man. Obama. First black man I seen in office. Obama was not the first black president. Obama wasn't the first black president. I think his name was John Henson. I got him in my phone and everything. But Obama wasn't the first black president. Obama was the first black African American president.
I work in records.
You see how the words switched up? And I had to look at that because we had like John Henson, if I'm not mistaken, Hanson, I might be just pronouncing the last wrong a little bit. It was the certain continent that he was on, but he was only president for like up to a year, somewhere along that line. And matter of fact, I was getting ready to say, I think he was born and raised in Virginia. I read up on him. I read up about him a little bit. See, I don't remember a lot of stuff like people with photographic memories that can read stuff, study stuff, and you there. I'm like, God damn, because I can't remember stuff. It's a lot of information. So I try to keep it simple. That's why when y'all hear the way I talk, I try to keep it real simple, y'all. For me, because some people, intellectual, very intelligent, photographic memory. Oh, I ain't got none of that. It's like I turn my head right now. I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck I was just talking about? But it'll pop back in. And what I've learned over the years is it's just that I don't want certain things to weigh me completely down, right? And that's why I try not to hold a lot here. And that's just where I'm at. But I can't help from saying it enough, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, because I was able to cry Do y'all realize that's a form of stress release when you can sit back and cry about certain things, you know, because you trying to hold stuff in and you trying to play strong, you trying to play tough. I want to act like stuff don't bother me, you know, and when I say that, it's like, you know, we do that, and it's natural. Where we try to act like the world just don't bother us, this and that. And I don't care. Yes, I do, and I had to be honest with myself. And I know a lot of y'all kid too, so please don't get it wrong when I say little crazy stuff out my mouth, because I know a lot of y'all kid. I know a lot of y'all wish you had the courage and the confidence to step up to do more. And do y'all know, when I sit back and I might talk about Trump, or I might talk about certain politicians, or I might say certain things against like the police department, stuff like that. Do y'all know I be like, I hope don't nobody come for my ass? Because of what happened to me. So do y'all, and see, I'm saying this because I kind of feel where a lot of y'all at too, but do y'all realize anytime I come on my freaking live, you might not see what I see, but understand the reason why I see what I see is because you got to be a part of something or be into it to see a lot of the corruption or see what's actually happening around you, where a lot of us don't pay attention. So when I listen to that statement, which I was hearing throughout the years, our people need to wake up, our people need to this and that, you could not tell me, okay, she running real low now. You could not tell me I wasn't awake. You could not tell me from where I was at. It wasn't until I got more involved into being like a community activist, a human rights advocate, a homeless advocate, and I started dealing with our politicians, and I started understanding why certain things are the way they are. Because nowhere in the world, put it like this, you got people living below the poverty rate in Baltimore City. So if you understand people that lives, I think the poverty rate, impoverishment, is people that lives under 40, under 40,000 a year. That might be a lot of money to somebody, but I'm just saying, as a family man who in this day and time, you considered, if you making under $40,000 a year in Baltimore City, $28,000 a year in Baltimore City, you considered as living in poverty. Poor. That's for Baltimore City. I can't speak for Chicago. I can't speak for California, nothing like that. So a lot of people that lives below that rate struggles. They struggle to pay rent. They struggle to put food in the house. They struggle. So they need state and government funding to at least help them assist in their, with their lifestyle for that level. So when you have somebody that's making over 40, 50, 60,000, you're considered as middle class. Now, if you making 40, 50, 60, 70,000, but you trying to live a life as like somebody that's making 80 or 90, I'm just adding a couple of more thousands on it, and you struggling, you living above your means. You trying to live above your means or your pay rates. Where you at? Now, if you making, how people say I'm making 5 figures, 6 figures, and all that type of stuff, they making 100 and something thousand, 200 something thousand. If you are struggling, making 200, say 100, 150, or 200,000, and you struggling, like if you making 40,000, you're a very irresponsible person financially. You trying to really live above your means, like the Joneses. You're not a millionaire, you're not a billionaire, but you trying to live to carry that status. No, you live within your means. So if you making like 200,000, living in a nice place, suburban type neighborhood, but then you want to complain like you living in a impoverished area, something ain't right with that picture. Something ain't right with that picture. Something ain't right with that picture. And Marilyn Mosby, I hope you're not looking. Because I'm going to tell you this. How much was your salary? And then your husband? Together, I believe y'all made like $400,000 a year. Together. And then you living in Baltimore City. I think they lived right off of Linden Avenue, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know where they at now. And you've been a prosecutor twice as far as the serving time. And you broke. Now she ain't broke. I'm just saying. And you broke. You struggling with money. And I'm only saying that, family, because it's how the people lifestyle. Enjoy your life. Don't live above your means. Try to live above your means. I'm a truck man. I got a 2004, I'm sorry, y'all, Marta. Right? I want a brand new truck. I want a brand new truck. And I've been pricing them, 70, 80,000. I'm gonna just put it like that, right? I want to pay straight out for that truck. I like trucks. I like big stuff. I didn't say no Maserati. I didn't say no Elon Musk cars. I want a truck. That's what I like. And I don't want to spend no more than a certain amount of truck for that truck. I don't really care for Cadillac trucks, right? So y'all know they can run you anywhere about $90,000, $100,000, stuff like that. Because to me, they both big trucks. They both serve the same purpose. I'm not going to go and spend $1 million on nobody's damn cars. When I can get me a truck, you can get your $1 million car, and we can both travel to New York. Rather you driving that $1 million car, or I'm driving my $80,000 or $90,000 truck, and we make it to New York. The point is A to B, or A to Z. And I guarantee you, you might have got that truck paid, say, $1 million for that car. And I pop up with that truck. More eyes will be focused on that damn truck, because I'm gonna make sure my sucker look nice. That's just who I am. And for me, I'm just saying this right here. I cannot, maybe because I don't have it, but I cannot see me spending $1 million on nobody freaking car. I can't. Because number one, I'd be scared you might bang it up, crash it up. I'm just saying, I'll get it all into the material part of it. No, I'm just saying me. So if you looking at the texture and all that type of stuff, all that's fine. Because one thing I learned about having a truck, I had a Ford Explorer. I went from an Explorer to an Expedition. Then I went from the Expedition to the Suburban. And I felt good about the Suburban. And I realized it was a more classier ride. And oh my God, when I got the Armada, it's like that was it. Because I realized the smoother the ride was, the texture, and it was just the transformation. So now, if you buy $1 million car and that car like smooth, like you sailing, you know what I mean? Is worth that to you, that's fine. But if I spend $1 million for something like that, I don't want to feel no bumps on the ground. I mean, that sucker better be like a little jet thing. And even those hit bumps. Or air pockets. Mm-mm. But if you got the money like that, that's where you at. That's where you at. That's where you at. All right, family. I love y'all, and thanks again. Cause I don't want this to die on me, but thanks for allowing me to come on. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right, family. I'm gonna go ahead and end this so I can charge this back up. Okay? Love y'all, and I'm out. Man, get my cards and stuff. See, that's why I was trying to tell them. I said I don't want to depend on my kids because they gave you this 3 years ago and you just bring me my medication and stuff.
Or 1 day ago.
Whatever. Come on, Dad. I forgot. Nah, that's somebody else. Oh, hold up.
That's everything.
Novolog. You know what? Oh my God. Trilocity.
That's not bad.
This is fine. This is my it's one more missing.
Anything. Just ask the lady. I was like you said, supposed to be a lot of stuff. She scanned other things, she double checked. Unless she did just miss something.
What they miss is my